So there's one thing having a dream and another believing in the dream. There's also the point where you get to finalize that dream and make sure that you're able to be very successful at that. But sometimes if you're a young lady and you're watching right now, I know it's a bit difficult, you know, as much as possible that you believe in your dream, trying as much as possible to get on it and make sure you're successful at it. It's always a problem. But there are other women who have been able to go beyond all the obstacles that come their way and have been very successful at it. And one in the studio with me this morning is our guest here on the show. Ajike Dsani is my guest. Please, let's make welcome the one and only Ajike for you. Oh, man. First of all, I love your outfit.
Thank you very much.
It's really, this made right here in Ghana. Very African.
Very well. 100% made in Ghana.
100% made in Ghana. You love being a Ghanaian.
Yes, we have to support our own. We have to, make our economy great. We have to give ourselves some dignity instead of just relying on, import. What can we do for ourselves?
Yeah, I see. And the month of March is always the Ghana month. And so, yeah, we're going to be celebrating more of this. But you made a very bold decision. I don't know during the time what it meant for you to switch from a career of law to, saying that this is my dream, this is what I want, this is what I want to do. I don't know what it meant for you at that time, but that's really a bold decision you made. How did you go through that?
Yes, back when I was in the uni, in Lagos State University, I've always told my friends that I would love to be like a business owner in cosmetics, beauty thing. Okay. So they were like, you also love law. But at the point when I came to Ghana in 2011, I realized that it was not easy to transition from a Nigerian lawyer to a Ghanaian lawyer. Okay. Because of the law school requirement and all of that. I started working in a company for 5 months. I was not paid a penny.
For 5 months?
Yeah. In Accra for 5 months. I was like, okay, still, we go ahead. So long story short, I took a second job and I wasn't finding that fulfillment. Even though I knew I wanted to practice law, even though I was practicing law in one of the top firms in Lagos, there was something in me that kept like, you can do more, you can do better. So when I came to Ghana and I saw the opportunity to go into business, I didn't even think about it because I already had the picture of what I wanted. So that was pushing me along the way. So it was very easy for me to transition from the legal to the entrepreneurial journey. I think my legal background is helping me tremendously. I can't even.
For what you're doing for yourself now.
Yes, so it was a smooth transition because I already had that passion in me. So it was very easy, just a matter of just getting the right opportunity to start my entrepreneurial journey. But I already knew that even though I was a very good, smart lawyer, there was something in me I knew that I could do better. The law is a kind of profession that you have to do this, do that. I just wanted to be free to do my thing, So that has really helped me.
I see. So for you, it was the freedom to be able to do what you want and also the satisfaction that comes with doing what you love to do. And that's the reason why you were able to make it smooth for you. Now, you mentioned an opportunity, like the right opportunity for me to just say, okay, I've been wanting to do this, so this is what, the decision will be. What was that opportunity? At what point did you decide that this is the time? I mean, you thought about the switch and all of that, but at what point did you decide maybe it was just one law meeting, didn't go, you said, okay, forget it. Even this advantage stuff anyway.
Yes, it was in 2014, December. I remember very well. I was just alone in the office that I was working at then. And I was like, this can't continue next year. No, this can't continue next year. Without any plan or any, with nothing in mind that I was going to jump into in 2015. But I was just determined that I was just going to make it. So 2014, I quit. I just wrote, I said, you know what, I'm not doing it again.
But that was risky.
Yes. For you to be an entrepreneur, you have to be a risk taker. So I just quit. But because I knew my capacity, I knew what I wanted. In January, I was just, from the moment I resigned, I started searching the internet. What products are not in Africa? What hair products are not in Africa? I searched, even even brands that were already in Africa were already popping up. I said no. I searched for like almost a month until I got a brand in the US that was not already in Africa. I said, okay, I didn't even have money then. My pay then I was working with a company that will pay every 6 months.
Okay.
So when my salary came after 6 months, I just said, okay, I just put all into importing this hair product. It's a set of 4 products: shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, and spray detangler. I put it into it. I even used DHL to bring it, to Ghana. One thing that kept driving me, because I knew what I had left, my legal background, I knew I'd left it. So this had to just work.
Yeah.
So I was just ready to go all out. I was going from one salon to salon in Accra.
Wow.
I bought this product with about $1,500.
And that was how many years back we're looking at?
That was in 2014.
Okay.
So I took all this money and I took a full range of product I could sell for 200 Ghana cedis. I took it to salons. When I go to a salon that I know that could afford the hair product, so you know what? If I see any customer walking, I'll walk to them and say, these products are very good for natural and relaxed hair. When you do that, you can get this, you can use it for free. Mind you, I paid money to bring this product in.
And you were literally
I paid DHL fees, and then I was doing it free. When you try the product, because I knew the kind of product I was marketing, it was so good on my hair. I knew it would be very good on people's hair. So I was going from salon to salon, begging customers to use the product for free. After that, some of them would call me, oh, we want to buy some. But that was not even that started the journey of the Shea Center for me. At a point, because as a lawyer from my background, I do a lot of research. You have to gather knowledge in everything you want. So I was researching how to better, talk to people about hair, how to manage hair. I realized that everything I was researching online was talking about shea butter being a natural hair moisturizer, skin moisturizer. Everybody is saying when you use moisturizer, you have to use shea butter to seal the moisture so that your hair will not get dry easily. Okay, I said, okay. I contacted a friend that I met through another friend, and I bought a small jar of shea butter. I bought it. I was also selling that too. When you buy the hair product, I cut some of the shea butter for you free.
Okay, so that's
so that you
like
can just like marketing
to entice the people to come back again.
So that they see the benefit of the product I was selling. I was using the shea butter to promote the hair product free of charge. So for me, that has been my driving force, that because I knew the background of where I was coming from, and also the vision of, I saw the picture in my mind. Sometimes when I'm talking to people, they don't get it. As an entrepreneur, only you know the vision you have for your brand. So that vision you have will keep pushing you. Every decision I make is pushing me towards the vision. Like, we want our brand to be the first when it comes to making shea butter with skincare products. We want to be the first out of Africa to the world. Most people are buying shea butter and taking it outside to make great products, but we want to be the first to make it here. And so it sounds, initially when I say to people, they're like, is it possible? But every step we take is towards that vision to make it become a reality. So that has pushed me thus far.
Interesting. Now, for some, certain, the business sometimes might not be the challenge, because at the end of the day, like you said, you know what you want, you know where you're going with it, and you're focused that, okay, it has to work. In your case, you left a job and you believe that no matter what, this has to work. Now, was there a point when you were starting that failure came in mind along the line that, okay, what if I fail? What's going to be the next thing? Did you get to that point?
Definitely. If for every startup, especially when you don't have funding, when you don't have investment, which is what every startup is facing in Africa, right? When you don't have that funding, you get to a point like you feel stuck. But like I said, you know that you're on the right track. You know you have things figured out in your mind. You just need to, one step after the other. You keep pushing. It is the vision, it is the passion. It's only the passion that pushes entrepreneurs. It is also the vision of what you have seen in your mind. Whether we believe it or not, what we think about is what comes into reality. So that picture that I had in mind, that this is where this company is going to be. Even when I fall, I pick myself up again and say, you know what, keep going. As long as people are still saying, oh, I love your product, that didn't distract me. You will definitely fall. You will hit roadblocks. But you just have to keep pushing. What will keep you going is the vision that you have for that company, for that brand. What you wish to achieve, that will keep pushing you. Of course, you will rise up again. So for every entrepreneur, don't think it is an easy journey. No, it is not.
That's what a lot of people
No, it is not.
It's easy.
No bank will give a startup capital. They want you to build your brand to a certain level, and then they can see that okay, you're doing well. You have done this, you have your own factory, you have done this, then they can loan you money. So many people give up too early. They give up when they hit one roadblock. They're like, okay, I'm going back. No. Once you know this is what you want to do, you give it everything it takes. Unless you are indecisive, unless you're not sure yet. That's why people start businesses after 6 months, 1 year, they forget about it. The system, it keeps going on and on. You need to be sure that this is what you want to do and put everything into it.
Well, practically, was there a point that you had a certain failure or you had a certain challenge that almost, gave you BP or something?
Definitely. I remember very well when I started the business. One thing also for entrepreneurs, you don't know where to start from.
Yeah.
How do I market? I started using social media, Instagram. I realized that there was not so much shown about the women making shea butter. And for me, that is huge. These women discovered shea butter from the seed with no formal education. No scientists came to show them. But these women are still the same people struggling to send their kids to school. When I met them in 2015, around May, some of their kids were in the house.
And which side are we talking about? Northern?
Savulugu Young.
Okay.
Yeah, in the northern region of Ghana. Right? So their kids will sit at home because of 5 cedi school fees in a month. And these are the same women making shea butter the whole world is using. I saw that there was not so much light shed upon these women. I started to go on the internet and I started posting pictures about them. To answer your question, one major roadblock that I faced that almost made me give up, it was the ability of shipping. When people started seeing the pictures I was posting about the women, I started sharing the processes of making shea butter from the shea nut to the butter itself. And people were like, oh, wow, this is how it is. And then they wanted to order. There was no means to order. When we go to shipping companies, you see to ship, it's about $300. They have bought something for $75. Yeah. They want to ship for $300. That was a major roadblock. But I just had to come up with another plan. After a while struggling, I was so frustrated, to say the least. I just said, you know what? Everybody in the US, I wanted to buy a product. I sent them and I copied their emails. People were sending emails every time from the US. I just put all of them in a copy and I fired an email that, please, if you're interested in ordering our shea butter, appoint one of you to be a collector of funds, payment. So the person sends money to Ghana and we ship it by sea. So instead of shipping by air and they pay $300, they pay about $20 for a box and they ship it by sea. And in about 50 days, it gets to them. So that was how I was able to, clear that order. That order for me was a major one. Just being able to ship across.
Yeah, funding has always been the case. You spoke about the fact that if you don't even build the business to a certain point, no bank will come and support you and all of that. In your case, apart from the funding that you had, did you have to sort for another funding? It could be family, it could be the bank, or it was no decision for you in terms of getting to the bank? Okay,
let me say something. I didn't start the business with funds, like the shea butter business with funds. Because when I started doing the hair products, the profits I was making, I gathered it together to ship to a country like Namibia. There was one lady that won Big Brother in 2004, I think Delish.
Okay.
She had a hair salon. I just reached out to her on Instagram and I took that risk. The profit from other places like Nigeria and Ghana, I just gathered everything together and I used it to buy products and I sent it to Delish. And it took almost about 2 years, but I got the money back. Yes, that was the kind of... So I didn't have any money saved anyway. So when I started the Ajike Shea Center, I didn't come with money. I just started with a bowl of shea butter. But I was making use of the internet, social media. And I made people pay before we ship. I couldn't have afforded to, use my money to buy and then sell. Because I started by helping one woman. The one who was supplying me the bowl of shea butter said I wanted to buy maybe 2 bowls. And then someone called me from the village who happened to be the woman's husband, saying that the other women in the village wanted, because I was having a particular arrangement with that woman. She was out of business because she didn't have money. I wanted to buy a bowl of shea butter or 2. She said she didn't have. I said, why? What happened? Oh, she used money for some family issues. I said, okay, you can't go out of business. I gave her 500 Ghana. Go and be making shea butter. When I need, you give me a bowl or 2 till the money is about to finish. I will give her. So that was how we were doing. She was in business. I was also in business. Other women saw that and they sent the woman's husband to me. I was like, hey, I don't need that much shea. I just need to promote my hair product with it. Because at the point I started whipping the shea butter itself. I was using the YouTube to learn how to whip butter. People were complaining about shea butter smelling and all of that. I had to quickly look for a way to solve that problem by watching YouTube videos. So young people now using their data to watch movies, you can learn so much from YouTube, social media. From there, I learned how to whip butter. And when the women told me,
nobody had to teach you how to.
Nobody taught me. I taught myself on the internet, just watching YouTube videos. But at a point when the business grew, we needed to bring a scientist, a formulator. So we brought in an Indian man who formulated all our products. So about business, you just have to keep going. There was no funding for me from anywhere. Like from the beginning of the center, when I make this profit, I don't spend. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy things. I don't just go and say, oh, I made 2,000. Let me spend 500. Because you have to go to business. So I started putting all the profit back into the business. Up until date, we have zero funding from financial institution. Zero, like zero.
Wow.
Yes, because they want to see. So luckily, we're also making plans. We're also doing things to make sure that we meet up to that standard that they will chase us to come and get loans from them. So for an entrepreneur, even if you don't have anything, with the little you have, start marketing to your family and friends, social media, your WhatsApp group. Start from there. And don't spend your profit. Some people say, as an entrepreneur, you have to pay yourself.
You need to look good and all that. You need to wear nice clothes to be able to attract more.
You need to look good, but do not spend your profits. Like some people are already paying themselves salary. Your business is still shaky. You still have a lot of things. Like for us at Ajike Shea Center, I thought like our packaging should just be different. If you want to compete in the world, you have to also meet some standard. So we invested buying products, even printing stickers. It's that bad. You can't get quality stickers printed that can meet up with standard. Yeah. So we had to do all of that, all by putting the profit back into the business. No, so I didn't go to the business with some cash or some fund from anywhere. It was just like little steps, baby steps.
If you just join us here on the show, my guest is Ajike Dsani, and she's telling us about her story. She's a woman in business, and she's been doing super well for herself. She's the founder of Ajike's Shea Center, and she will tell us about her philanthropy aspect as well and what she's been doing in the North. We're going to be getting into that conversation. But if you're a young lady and you're watching right now, it is possible for you to, go on and make your dream come true. If you've got any entrepreneurship skill, anything you want to start, if you listen to her story, I'm sure that one way or the other, you are learning a lot from, so you can also begin your journey. Yes, the beginning might be very tough, but you're definitely going to get there. You can send us your WhatsApp message and let us know what you want to ask. And if you've got any, issues about your business that you've started, pragmatically, she can use her own experience to help you and guide you and make you a better business woman. That's what we're talking about. But let's move on. We'll get to your philanthropy aspect as well. But let's talk. What are some of the core values that you place in the business that you've established for yourself? You've been interacting with a lot of women as well. I mean, basically, these are the women that directly work for you or you work with. When you meet them, when you're talking to them, when you are sharing your business ideas with them, what are some of the main things that you share with them that would make them believe that, okay, these are values, these are core principles that I need to live with?
One thing that really struck me when I met the women of the Northern region was their timidity. These women are like, even though they are the backbones of their families, they are being pushed back, even by their own husbands. Because every woman have to compete. If your husband is having like 2, 3 wives, you have to compete against yourself to get your husband's favor, right? So these women didn't have a lot of self-esteem. They were always looking down. So when I met them, the first thing I said to them, I said, women, look up. Look up. Do you know that the shea butter you're making, the whole world is using it? And I showed them videos of shea butter, how they use shea butter, and they were like, really? I said, yes. They were amazed. I said, so you can do good. And I didn't just stop at that. I saw the way they didn't have a voice when it comes to family. Their husbands are always like on the top of them.
Yeah.
The first thing I needed to do first was to give them financial freedom, which was I was able to help them to upgrade their soap making skill. They were making some local soap, but I helped them to set up a soap factory, and together we've been doing it, and they get monies that even now they even loan their husbands money.
Oh, okay.
So their husbands no longer have to beat them.
Yeah.
They don't beat them anymore. How can you beat someone who is loaning you money? You can't get another one. So now when they talk to you, they look at you in the face and they smile. Now they smile, they're happy. And also one thing I made them to understand was that they might not have the financial muscle to send their kids to school, but they've got the skills, they've got the tradition and the knowledge, everything they need if things were done rightly with them. So when we started the school project, I sat them down and said, look, it is not Ajike building it, it is we all building it, because we are all going to be making shea butter. So that school you are seeing there, it is because of your efforts here. So this is you are giving, because when you ask the women, their number one goal in life is to have education for their kids. They didn't have that, so they wanted something better. I said, so you can do it. So when we started the school, they are so proud, like they can see that, hey, so me now I can work, and then we are building a school with zero. That school is just zero funding. People were trying to, oh, let's do this. I don't want people to donate $1 and say, oh, we are helping this school or this brand. We used our profits, and they know. So that has really given them some kind of, it has added value to them, yeah, and they are so proud of themselves. So for me, that is huge.
Now, let's talk about the school that you built for these, people over there, and what the impact that it's making as well. Was it basically for them to have their kids go to school, or you felt like, okay, there could be a way you could upgrade them to a certain standard, and because of that, or for what they're doing, the business they're doing with you, it means that they can also have that as more or less an incentive for their kids so that they will concentrate on the business they're doing? Or it was just from the fact that you felt it was a philanthropy, and so let me just do it for them?
Yeah, for me, I just wanted the women to know that they are worth it. For me, I care less about what people say, okay, the brand saying we do this.
Yeah.
I just wanted the women to know that because of them, this is happening. That was the reason for it for me. Because the women from the other village, 5 villages away, when we used to have like demand for shea butter, when people want to buy, we would organize buses to bring them from the first to the 5th village, and they'll come. So when it came to me, like the first school came and said, oh, we didn't have school, the school collapsed and all of that. Not only because I did it as a philanthropic gesture, but because I just wanted the women to know that they too can do something, because they don't have the right to own lands. Women, they don't have the right to own lands, but I want to just empower them and make them feel like they also do something. So now their husbands know that because our women, our wives are working in this company, they are able to build this school. So the women are taking pride in that. So for me, that is my motivation.
Okay. Now, for the business that you do, I'm sure there's other things that you're looking at, building up apart from what you're doing right now. Now, before you want to expand or you want to make the business bigger, what are some of the things that you take a look at as an entrepreneur by way of expansion? What are some of the things you take a look at before you say, okay, we've got into this level, we want to move to this level, these are the things that we're supposed to be doing? Okay.
No one will say, okay, this is it. When your business is growing, it is automatic. For instance, after we got our 6 acres of land in northern region to build our factory for shea butter and Samina to make all those, I saw the need for us to have, because of the demand.
Yeah.
People were saying, oh, where can we get in Accra? We had to go and rent a double shop to use as a place where we make some small products like whipping the body butters, all those things. With time, your customers will tell you when the demand is increasing, you will be stretched. You will know that this is the time. There's no set time that, oh, after 2 years you have to go and put pressure on yourself. You can think after 2 years, and your customers will tell you in 6 months. So you have to be ready. When the business is growing, you would know when to. Okay, we moved from a twin shop to a 2-bedroom flat. Now, in the next few months, we are going to move to our permanent mini factory in Dodua.
Oh, okay.
As the business is growing, you know. If you want to, we got our first shop in East Legon on Garden Road. We didn't just go there. Customers were saying, when I go to this shop selling your product, they don't have all your product. When I go there, they don't have your product.
That's also another pressure that comes with that.
So you need to respond to your customers' need. When the customers are, requesting for this and the business is growing, you will know. Then we took a shop in East Legon, and you look at where your customers are located. If you are selling, let's say, high-class clothing, you can't go and put your business, let's say, in a slum where people will not even look at you. They'll go and buy the cheap ones that they can afford, right? So you have to look at the places you plant your business. Are this where your target market are? And then you start from there.
Does it not come like a pressure from the customers? So there's the need for you to expand in a hurry. It didn't come like that to you? It was more or less like...
the customers are coming, that means sales are coming, right? And sales are coming, profits are also coming. Unless you make 2 CD, you spend one CD 80 pesos on yourself to look good. Unless that, if your business is doing well, you're making profit, you are using that profit to invest back into the business. If it means opening a shop, you have to use it to invest back. Some people are paying themselves salary already when the business is still struggling. No, you can't keep changing shoes, changing clothes every time you say, oh, now this trouser is the one people are wearing. I want to wear some. You wear some, you wear all your profits. So the best thing is when the business is growing, you would know there's no pressure. If the business is not doing well, how can you say you want to go and open a shop? But when the business is growing, the business customers are coming, that's a sign that you're doing something right. So you have to build on that and take it to the next level. There's no pressure at all. It comes automatic. If you are not ready, even if you have the funds, some people have the money to do business. But because they just have the money, they have not learned so much about that business. They have not learned so much about the competitions in that business line. Just like they're just pumping money into it. Oh, because you have money, you open a shop here. You just open, nobody will buy. But when customers' demand is high, you know that this is the right time to take it to the next level.
You speak about competition. Let's talk about how you handle them. Now, how do you identify competition in the space where you work, and how do you deal with the competition in that? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are also doing this share better business.
One secret I'll tell you today. I look at my competition. I look at those people who are higher than me and I emulate them. I don't see a brand doing the same thing as a competition. No, that's not my competition. We're already on the same level. I look at those ahead of me and I take like maybe 3 or 4, 5 of them. I compare them. What is working for this one? What is not working for this one? This one is working here. A is working here. I pick it. C is working here. I pick it. By the time you look at all those 4, 5 people, you pick them together. So I don't really focus on competition and look at it in a negative way. No. The sky is enough for every bird to fly. Right? So I just look at those competitions that are way bigger than me and I use them as a case study. That is the way I look at competition. I don't look at people on the same level. We're already on the same level. I need to take it to the next level by looking higher to those people who have gone past this stage, learn from their mistakes, watch videos of them on YouTube, what they were doing, how they were doing it, and that will help me cover a lot of milestones. And I'm not looking at my competition and say, oh, no.
Well, what sets you apart from the others? What's that unique thing that your business offers, like you do differently, that makes you different from the others?
For Ajike Shea Center, it's very simple. We are 100% natural. We don't play gimmicks. We don't do tricks. We don't do marketing gimmicks. We just go straight to the point. We show you how we produce our product. We use 100% plant-based ingredients. We don't use artificial coloring on any of our products. When you see our soap bars, we have shea butter soap bars, about 10. When you see brown, it could be cocoa bean powder. We have grounded cocoa in our factory and we poured it in the soap. It could be moringa powder, making it green. We don't use artificial coloring. We don't use cheap fragrances. We don't use any synthetic ingredients in our products. Even our preservatives for our lotion and conditioner, they are food grade preservatives. The one you see in your juices, drinks, we use food grade preservatives. So we are different because we know we are plant based and we are natural and organic company.
So in terms of the people that work for you, supervision, how you are able to impact whatever you have learned to them? Because I'm sure there are other women who are also working with you that would want to be learning from you. They want to study what you're doing and all of that. What are some of the things that you're impacting on them to make sure that they also become the best version of you?
Good. For me, I would, from the get-go, I knew I wanted to build a brand that will not function, that will function even if I'm not there. Some people, when they're not around, the business dies.
Yeah.
Right.
And in most cases, those businesses collapse.
Yes. So I just needed to, that's why it's good to have good human skills. You know, the kind of, like, for instance, the women, even though they've been doing shea butter, but because of my education, I was able to bring that on board. They can do, even a 2-year-old shea butter, a 2-year-old girl can knead shea butter by hand, right? But that is from their part. So meeting them, I was able to say, you know what, sometimes when they finish making shea butter, then they take a piece of cloth, soak it in water, and cover the shea with it. Meanwhile, water should not touch the shea. All of those things I was able to.
They didn't have.
Yes. Even though they knew how to produce it, I was able to come on board with my own kind of, you know, the research, and I was able to prevent some of the things they've been doing. And also when it comes to dealing with them, it is very important that you put yourself in their shoes. Even the staff that we have in Accra here, right? I try as much as possible to let them be self-dependent. Like, I assign you to a role, you do it. I assign you to a role, you do it. I assign you to a role, everybody. And then there's one person, Bright, who's our supervisor. He does like checking everybody. So once you have a team that everybody knows what they're supposed to do, I think the work will be half done.
If you just join us here on the show, you can send us your messages. You can also give us a call. I will try and see. We activate the phone line for a couple of minutes. You know, if you've got a question you want to ask, or if you've started a business that you need a few things to just tweak it to make it better, you can ask. She will share that with you as well. She's the founder and the CEO, and she's also a philanthropist. Shea a better company that is doing very well in this country, and she's been able to do a lot of things for the women in the north as well, and she's sharing all those stories with us here. And if you just join in, you can give us a call. The phone line is on your screen. You can call in and ask your questions. If you've got any contribution, you can also send it to us as well, and you can speak to Ajike directly if you want to ask her any question too as well here. And of course, as women in business, and we're getting to know much about what she's doing over the period. Now, it seems like you have a lot to do. You move to the north, you come back, you've got supervision to do, you are doing all of these as a woman. How is it playing a role in your other aspect of your life? I mean, you're married, the responsibilities on you. How do you manage all of these?
You know, it's very good to delegate duties. You can't be in all places at the same time. Sometimes, even when we have production, there will be no need for me to go, because even though down there in the north we have like a woman leader there who supervises them, so you just have to plan yourself well. You shouldn't. Some people think, oh, I don't want them to steal me. They'll steal some money from me. I want to see everything. The
desire to be everywhere, for people to see that you are the one in charge,
yes,
also seems to be another problem.
Yes, you know, as the business is growing, if you really know what you're doing, if you already have a vision, like me, starting up the business, I was the one going to Circle to bring boxes, carry it on my head. You know, when you take, then I didn't have a car. When a taxi drops you or when a car drops you, you need to take from there. I'll put boxes on my head. You've
carried them before?
Carry boxes on my head, walk down to my house, then, you know, do delivery, do everything, whip the butter. But as business is growing, nobody will tell you, unless you don't have a dream or vision for that business and it's stuck in a place. Some people are still the same. The business is still there, like 5 years. They're still the only one doing it because they say, oh, it's okay like that. Maybe when they make some small profit, they think it is okay. So that's why it is important to have a vision. That vision will let you know, this position, this condition right now is okay. What can we do to go to the next level? Because it's like you're going to Accra. You are in your house. You can't sit in your house and say, I'm going to Accra. You have to take steps. Okay, I have to go to the station first, catch a bus, or drive, or then do this. You have to maneuver before you get there. You can't be stuck in a place. That's why it's good to always have a destination. Have a vision of where you want the business to go. So it will be very easy to transition from one stage to the other.
Okay, let me see if we can connect with Victoria. Victoria, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're good.
Yes, I'm fine.
Awesome. Please, we're listening to you.
Okay, please. I'm very interested in what she is saying. I'm also an CEO. Let's say I'm new in the system. I'm an event planner, but it's been 5 years. But doing the business is okay for me. But talking about savings and all those stuff, because I'm only concentrating on only the creation. I use the same money to be feeding. I use the money to do everything. So I can't save a lot. So I want to know if you can help me in business idea, what I can do with my money.
Okay. All right. Victoria has a lot of money, and she wants to know what exactly she can do with that money. Ajike will respond to that. But, okay, let's see. Do we have another person? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Can you lower the volume on your TV set and speak to us? It's giving us feedback. Okay, so maybe you can answer that question whilst we try and get the other person.
If I heard her correctly, she said she's in the event planning.
Yeah.
Yes, for you to know what next to do, what are the other options you have around event planning? You know, you have to look at other options that is related.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me speak to Robert. Robert.
Hey.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to say hi to her. Yes, I follow her on Facebook, and yeah, she's doing great job. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he just wants to commend you on that work you're doing. Great. So yeah.
So back to what I was saying. If she's already in the business of event planning, what are the other things that she can do to support like the current customers that she has? For instance, she should weigh her options. What are the other options that she has? And then she should look at a lifestyle. We should have time to, maybe she will only have time to do partially, or she will do the job full time. So for somebody who is in event planning, you can also do like rentals. You can organize parties, not just designing or setting up parties. There are other things around party. Maybe you can also do like gift packaging. When you organize events, you can do gift packaging. Maybe you can suggest to couples that, okay, you can do this gift for your guests, or she can also do rentals. A lot of things that she can do from that, and weigh other options that she has. Maybe she can spend some of her time doing this and the other part of her time to do the other thing. It is very good. It is very, very important for people who are doing business to weigh their options. Weigh your options. What are the other options that you have? Look at the pros. Look at other people in that brand, in that industry. What are they doing? How are they doing it? Then you can take it up from there.
How lucrative is the business you're doing? Is it something that it's making you money? And I'm talking about money, or it's more like it's giving you the profits to, continue with the business?
To be very honest with you, shea butter and shea butter product is a very lucrative business.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me speak to Moses. Moses, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. I just like that my sister business that she's doing. By the way, myself, I'm electrician, so I'm just pleading if I can get a work at his company, please. Thank you.
Okay, so you want to stop the one you are doing now and join her, right? Or you want to do it side by side? Okay, I think I lost Moses over there. Yeah. So maybe you can answer this and then we'll move on to the question. Moses, Moses says that he's working, but he wants to join you. He likes what you're doing.
Yes, he said he's an electrician.
Yeah.
Then maybe I don't know whether he wants to come and do like electrical work in our place, or he wants to come and work in our
when you have connection with the
yeah, it could be. No, it could be because we are constructing
the factory, right?
Now. So maybe
when
we need electrical services.
Yeah.
Maybe that, or maybe he wants to just do something different. Maybe he just wants to work in a factory. I don't know.
He could do both. I mean, once he's an electrical person, if there's a problem with electrics, and then he'll still be learning the making of the Shea butter, and then he'll be taking double salary. No, we don't want that. Anyway, we have another caller. Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Gabriel.
Hello.
Are you there?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Gabby. How are you doing?
I'm doing very fine.
Good. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm watching the program this morning, and I'm just having a little problem with myself. I'm just a hustler on the street, investing online and doing a lot of online businesses like BTC and stuff. There are days that I hold a lot of money, but at the end of the day, I follow money management. Is there any advice? Because there are days that you could make a lot of money. There are days that you go down with nothing.
Okay, so your issue has to do with managing your finances, sort of, from your business.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right. Let's pick the next person, and then we'll answer that after we're done with this person. Hello, good morning. Okay. So maybe you can answer this one. He has a problem. He's making money. He's working, but how to manage is a problem.
First, I would like to know, like, what line of business is he doing? Because if you're doing business, there's always room to grow. There's always room to grow. So if your business is doing well, is it saying that the business has reached its peak? So the business does not need funding anymore? Because even Dangote, that we all know, is still doing businesses. So when you are making money, you first need to, number one, know that you don't spend all. Just spend a little of it. And then look for something in your business that will take your business to the next level. And use that thing to invest it in your business. When you are investing into your business, the money will not be enough. It will not even be enough for you. But if you think you are okay, you know, I said some people are doing the business for like 5 years, and they are on that level. Profit is coming. They are okay with it. They are spending because they're not thinking of how to take the business to the next level. So if he's listening to, if he's watching now, please take the business to the next level. Whatever you're doing, take it to the next level. Maybe you are selling pure water in sachet water. You're doing so well. Your money is coming. You are spending. Why not go into bottling the water into bottles? That will help you manage your money well. You see that even the money will not be enough. So look into your business. I'm sure your business needs something, or you look at another business that you can incorporate with what you're doing, and use that one to leverage on both. Okay.
Kojo is on. Kojo, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. I'm
a fashion designer, and I've been doing this business for a while, but it seems the way I manage things, I get to lose most customers I've been having nowadays, and now I don't have workers to work with, but I need the help from her. Maybe if I would get his contact or something, I can talk to her after the show.
Okay, you need workers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't know how to go about
now,
it.
Like how to manage things on my own, so things could be okay for me and to make the business grow.
Okay, all right. Yeah, she's one that I think it's a very important thing.
Let me respond.
The people you get in your space is even.
Yes, you know, so many people make.
Okay, let's hold on and speak to Vida. There's Vida on the line. Vida. Oh, we lost Vida, I guess. Yes, we did. Please go ahead.
Okay, for a fashion designer, for instance, you shouldn't be losing people, your employees, if you have the right planning. Most entrepreneurs, they think the business is about them. That's a big lie. Your staff, your employees, they make the foundation. They come after, even they come before your customers. So if you are in the fashion industry and you're just paying people salaries, even if they come without skills, they will learn the skills from you and disappear later. Why? Because you are paying them peanuts. They can do better with their lives. Make them feel like they're part of the business by maybe saying, when you sew a dress, instead of when the customer pays like 150 Ghana cedis, you get like 30%. Maybe we will take 20% for power. We take 10 for managing this. Then the company takes 50, you take 30. That when the staff knows that, hey, they'll pay me 30%. They will not sleep on one dress. They will try and put in their best and make customers, even their own customers, they'll make them feel comfortable in your own business. So let your staff, if you are doing the kind of business that other people are creating, you know, they are creatives like you, give them that opportunity to grow as you grow. People don't know when your staff grow, the companies also grow.
Yeah.
So you should look at bringing in people and tell them, you know what, this business is for us.
Yeah.
When you make this, you get this percentage, you do this, you use this. Let them understand, because when they know that when they are having their own shop, they'll pay ECG, they'll pay rental. All of that is gone. Make them feel like landlords in the place for someone who is sewing, right? So I think you should do that.
Let's get to Eunice. Eunice, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Awesome. What do you want to say?
Good morning to you all.
Good morning, Eunice. We can hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Please, I didn't join the program very early.
Well, we've got Ajike in the studio. She's telling us about her story. She's a woman in business. She's into shea butter, and she's sharing some of the things you need to know if you're starting a business yourself. So I don't know which business you are doing and how much of help you need in that business.
Okay, I want to ask if probably I'm into liquid soap business.
You are into what, please?
Into liquid soap.
Liquid soap, okay.
Yes, and I do liquid soap and afterwards. And then the money that I invested in, I carried maybe the profit I'm supposed to get. So I invested a little money into both. But my idea was to be able to do other product that comes along with it. But I have been able to give out to customers. Certain customers is a little difficult. But those that I had to, when you give out to them, the little profit that you get, if you want to invest to others, it is because I want to know how to manage their finances and plowing back their profit into the business. And I also want to ask Madam, how much capital can I get to be able to join her business if I want to add it to what I am doing?
Okay. You came with a pregnant question. Yeah. I don't know where. Okay, so let's pick Justice, last caller, and then you answer both questions. Justice. Hello, Justice. Are you there? Hello. Okay, so that will be all for the calls. Yeah, please answer that. A lot of questions bundled together. I don't know.
Yes, I heard when she said she was doing liquid soap.
Yeah.
That she wasn't making profits or what.
Yeah, and if she wants to also do other similar ones that are more like what she's doing, how she's supposed to go about it?
Yes, the soap industry is like a basic necessity. People wake up, they use soap, they shower, they use detergent to wash their clothing. So as she's already in the liquid soap manufacturing, it's very easy to also add bar soap, bathing soaps. She can add that to it, and she can even, from one formula of bar soap, she can have a variety, different types of bar soap. She can make one for children, some for men, even for women. She can even do shampoo bars to wash their hair. So she can do a whole lot. And from that, she can also start maybe like whipping butters, whipping body butter, hair butter. So she's in the right line of business that is very sustainable. If she manages a business well, it is very sustainable and it is a necessity. People wake up every day using soaps, detergents every day. So if she wants a good place to start is by watching YouTube videos. Go on YouTube, watch soap makers, how to make bar soap, how to make body butter. By the time you know it, the same customers buying your liquid soap will be buying the bar soap and buying other things from you.
I think a lot of attention should be given to, and this is the second time you're repeating the need for people to watch, some of these things on the internet. You mentioned earlier that most people use their internet to do things that will not even, help them in any way. But you have been able to do a lot with YouTube. I don't know if you're watching right now. I don't know how many times you spend your time in watching any of these videos or learning by yourself on the internet. And I think that's the big problem that we have right now with the young ones out there. And you meet a lot of them, even those who work for you.
Yes.
When they're supposed to be working or learning from in your shop,
they're watching
and they're watching something else.
Musicals. I tell them all the time that even though you are employed by Ajike Shea Center, you can leave anytime. I send them on trainings, like maybe customer service training, and also training how to use. A lot of young people now are just watching musicals on YouTube, burning data. And I told them that, look, you can use this time to learn digital marketing. So many businesses.
You don't necessarily have to be in the classroom or anything.
So many people are looking for government to provide jobs. You are there, you have data every day, you burn it. Use that one to train yourself how to use the internet to do marketing. A lot of businesses are looking for digital marketers, even if just post on their social medias. Just use the internet to better yourself. Don't waste your time. Don't waste data on unnecessary things. Use it to build up yourself. There's nothing you want now that is not on the internet. There's nothing you are going to do. Everything is there. You know, people think when I start the business, I don't even know how to do marketing. Start marketing from your social media platforms. You have a Facebook account, you have WhatsApp, you have Instagram. Use all of that to build, to market. You see, I always say it. Social media is like a billboard on the road that is free. Everybody can see it. Try and create content.
How you use it.
Try and create content that will attract people. A lot of young people are very creative. Look at content. Look, there's this girl from Kenya during the COVID era. She started, I think her name is Ella. She started making funny videos. She would wear glasses and be cracking and be talking about things. Now she's everywhere from using social media during the COVID period. From being bored in the house, creating content. You don't have to go to a fancy place to create content. Create it with anything you have. Use your time. Before you know it, everybody is self-employed. Everybody is doing things for themselves. So I think
there's this perception. I mean, and because you're a businesswoman, there's this perception that most of the youth right now are very lazy. You come in contact with most of them. Do you think that's the case?
To be honest, youth are not lazy. They just don't know what to do. That is why it is good to educate them, to guide. Most youth, they are not lazy. They just don't know. Most people now, maybe when they hear me today, they will say, okay, so I can use my data to be watching YouTube video and do things for myself. Yeah, people don't know. Lack of knowledge is the root cause of everything. Once they get that knowledge, nobody is lazy. An average youth is not lazy because everybody wants good for themselves, right? But they just don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do in a business, what are your interests? That's how you know what you should do. What do you have interest in? Weigh your options. I'm sure you have about 2 or 3 things you like. Weigh your options. Look at this sector. Look at this one. Look at people doing it. Okay, can I do it? Okay, where can I get resources to start this business? Oh, this business, I won't get raw material easily in Ghana. Oh, this one I'll get. Okay, let me go for this one. You weigh your options. You look at how you can get resources. All of those, you have to plan. You have to have the knowledge. Gather a lot of knowledge. Young people are not lazy. They just don't know what to do. Once you figure out what you're going to do, learn, equip yourself with information, learn, use the internet to gather research. From my research, I never knew anything about shea butter.
But today
I hated shea butter because of the scent and how it was produced. But now, shea butter is what is doing the whole thing. You know, because I took my time to research about shea butter. You know everything. So even when you have a great idea as a startup, you want to pitch to investors. When you're talking to them, they know you know what you're saying because you have done your research. You know everything about that thing you want to do. That will save you a lot of years of struggling. You don't make some mistakes because in your research, in your quest to find knowledge, you have stumbled upon other people who have done it. You've seen some things. You know, it will save you a lot of stress. Yeah.
Great stuff. We're wrapping up. What do you do to relax if you're not busy? Do you play football? You play basketball? Or
Yeah, when I was in law school, I was playing football. I was playing number 7. Yeah, when I was in law school, I was playing. I'm a very sporty person. I love sports. I love to keep fit. Every morning I walk like 2 hours, brisk walking. I walk that. Yeah, and I also love watching TV. Like that's it.
To relax.
Yeah. I've not really had time to really explore traveling yet because of the way the business demands. The business wants to take every coins from you.
I know.
So traveling, even though I love to travel, but it's not time yet.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, I've loved your story. You just didn't start this to make money for yourself. You've been able to invest in others. You have tried as much as possible to even put a school there for other kids to also benefit from. This is something that a lot of women, would take inspiration from. And I'm excited that you're able to share this with us over here. Where can people find your business? You're on social media. They can find you there.
Yes, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook at Ajike Shea Center. Ajike is Ajike. Then Shea like shea butter, then Center CENTRA. And then we have a shop along Garden Road, just after Watches Supreme going to ANC Mall, beside Marine Noel Spa. We're just there on the Garden Road, where we have all our skincare products, our hair care products. So you can come and stop by and then do your shopping. And you can also start your business by buying maybe bulk of shea butter and black soap from our company to restart your own business with your own brand name. You can do your own packaging. Yeah.
Wow,
I
awesome.
try to encourage that.
Awesome. Many thanks for coming through and sharing this with us. That's Ajike, and she's been very, very inspirational this morning. I'm sure you've benefited from that by simply watching us. Next week, Monday, another person is going to come here and share their story with us, so you can also, begin that journey you've been wanting to start. All this while, it begins with a step, and I'm sure if you're determined enough and you believe in all the things that they share here on the show, you're definitely going to see your dream job or your dream career path come to pass. And that's all we leave you this morning here on this very segment, Women in Business. God willing, next week we're back with another one. Coming up, we've got some more conversation, and Shea is standing by. There's a gospel musician who's also been impacting lives in the world of the ministry, and I'm talking about the gospel ministry. She's here to share all of that with us here on the show. Please hold on and enjoy that conversation as well.